So, the Puritans have put interspecies reviewers under fire yet again, and this time another investigation being in Japan. So, yeah, they are really doing their best to get rid of this series because the Puritans really hate it. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, interspecies reviewers, yet again, is under fire. I mean, this series has gotten so much flack by the Puritans. I mean, they absolutely hate this series. I mean, that's a given. But yet again, it's under investigation. So, taking a look at this article, this is what it has to say about it. Interspecies reviewers to be reassessed by Broadcast Ethics Committee. If there is one anime experienced a share of controversy this year, it would be interspecies reviewers. It's not as if we haven't seen controversy before. I mean, think about it. I mean, Goblin Slayer? I mean, fantastic series, but good God, did they just completely try to derail that series? They really did. The show came out a couple months back to help kick off 2020 with loud conversation. The fantastical series was even picked up by Funimation before being dropped from networks and streaming services around the world. Yeah, thanks for that, Funimation. We have you to thank for that one. And thanks to all the controversy, Japan is going to give interspecies reviewers another look to see if they missed the show's controversial content on the first viewing. The announcement came from Japan recently when the Broadcast Ethics and Program Improvement Organization confirmed it would be checking the anime out. The Youth Committee said it has received numerous complaints about the anime from unwitting viewers who turned into interspecies reviewers. Now, I can bet you right now, just looking at the start of this article, I can bet you it was a part of the Western audience, because it seems that the Puritans, as we've already seen many, many times over, they tried to push their colonial values onto other countries, like Japan, for example. They live for the double standard. They sit over there and they say things like, oh yes, respect one's culture. And then, of course, the next minute they find something, as they say, problematic. Then they're like, oh no, you need to change. You're awful, right? It's what they always do every time. We always see this coming from them. And, leave it to them to completely go against what they said within just seconds of when they say it. According to Anime News Network, a trash website, by the way, the Watchdog organization was tipped off on interspecies reviewers after audiences began questioning its NSFW content. The 7-member Youth Committee held a meeting on February 22nd to discuss viewer complaints reviewed from mid-January to mid-February. The discussion included viewers' concerns of children viewed interspecies reviewers and if it's not vulgar and extreme. But it objectifies women. Another viewer found fault in the series' positive depiction of adult shops, ANN reports. Yeah, which, ANN, so trustworthy. You're as trustworthy as CNN. Just throwing it out there, ANN. God, that website's terrible. Currently, the committee has yet to release its own comments on the show, but netizens expect the Watchdogs to skewer the show. And I mean, that's the thing. If you look at the paragraph above that one, where it says, the discussion included viewers' concerns if children viewed interspecies reviewers. See, that's the thing. It's one of those, think of the kids! Oh, think of the kids! moments. That's exactly what this is. And they're going to have the BPO, which, every country has that. So what the BPO is it is the Broadcast Ethics and Program Improvement Organization, BPO, is a non-profit, non-governmental organization that serves to improve the quality of broadcasting and promote higher ethical standards while ensuring freedom of speech and expression. Oh yeah, we'll see how that goes, right? Yeah. And of course, then what they're going to be doing it under is the Broadcast Committee for Youth Programming, which that is whose role is to improve programs targeting youth by organizing opinion exchanges and designing research. Yeah, this tells you the show is probably going to get skewered in some way or form. I mean, if you look at everything that has gone on with the show, right? I mean, it's been dropped by so many stations over in Japan. I mean, the controversy that started around it was Funimation, because Funimation's like, oh, this is too much for our standards. Funimation, you're liars. that's a given. Terrible liars. I mean, seriously, you have series that are much more spicy than that. I just want to throw that out there. So I don't believe you when it came to, oh man, it's so outside of our standards. Uh, Whatever, Funimation. So here's what the article had to say about this. Interspecies Reviewers continues to find unexpected changes to the airing schedule of its first season, with the series recently being dropped by television broadcasting channel Sun TV and subsequently being picked up by Gifu Broadcasting System. Following the edgy comedy series, removal from broadcasting and streaming services provided by Funimation, Tokyo MX, Amazon, and Wakanim, the official Interspecies Reviewers Twitter account announced that the series had been dropped by the Kobe, Japan-based broadcaster Sun TV by the organization itself. And then, of course, here is the tweet right here, and this was their response saying this, that a translation of the tweet provided by Twitter's translation service reads, discontinuation of broadcasting on Sun TV for Interspecies Reviewers. The anime Interspecies Reviewers broadcasts on Sun TV has been canceled due to the organization of Sun Television Co. Ltd. Foreign Reviews Production Committee. However, despite being dropped by yet another outlet, it was announced on February 25th that the anime series had been picked up by another independent Japanese broadcaster, Gifu Broadcasting System. So yet again, it had been dropped and picked up. It's been constant. And the thing is, though, the website that people can complain about this stuff on, right? It's laid out in English. Now, mind you, with it being laid out in English, people could make accounts, like Japanese accounts, for example, right? Even if they didn't live in the country. And then they could just throw in complaints. So I'm betting you that it was the Western audience that did this, right? I mean, look at the Puritans. They tried to push their colonial ways onto other countries. This is not uncommon. I mean, we've seen it many, many times before. So I would bet you this is exactly what the case is. And here's the thing. When you look at how much influence Twitter has, for example, when you look at that, when you see these Puritans screaming on there all the time about stuff like this, this leads companies and a lot of industries to believe that, oh, well, this must be the fans' thoughts. This is what they must see out of it. To them, they're offended. When these are people, these Twitter Puritans, are not really fans. They don't support what they scream about. They go on about it all the time. They don't really support it. It's fake outrage just so they can get something canceled that's actually good. And, the more they scream about this stuff, of course, the Streisand effect happens, right? Which makes it more popular. And now, the thing is, it's already been reviewed once, and it passed the test. But considering that it's getting a review again, this could be the potential chance that it could get canceled, which would be a terrible thing. And that's the thing I hate about this, is that these Twitter Puritans have so much power in terms of this, that, of course, they look at them, they think, oh, well, this must be a real problem. They're all complaining on here. It's kind of like the Hero Academia issue when the Western audience was screaming and crying over that one, which I'm sure a lot of you may remember. And then, of course, this led to the name change of a character, the scientist in Hero Academia, as well as it being banned in China just outright. So this is probably another one of those situations to where they are probably going to get it canceled, or at least they're going to try their best to do so. And then, of course, after that, they're going to move on to something else and try to get something else canceled because they think if they have the power to do it with one, then they're going to do it with everything. They're going to get everything changed the way they want it to be, because if they have a problem with it, it shouldn't exist, right? That's the way they see it, and it's really frustrating. But when you look at these statements that the people made, I mean, it sounds like a Puritan was screaming on Twitter. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a Twitter Puritan screaming on Twitter because they found it offensive, when it's not really offensive at all. It's just exactly what this sounds like, and that's usually how this goes. Thing is, since they haven't made a report yet, so we'll see where it goes, but, this could get it taken off Japanese air, so it'd be canceled on television, but this doesn't mean that it can't be streamed online elsewhere. But still, if this show gets, taken off the air, at least television-wise, that'll be a very bad thing because it means that the Puritans have won, and you better believe me, they'll go after another anime to cancel next, which would not be a good thing. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you are still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels, so make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like if you enjoyed, and be sure to share the video on social media, spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released. Also, it'll keep you up to date on any upcoming events in the future as well. Be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.